The Accra Metropolitan Assembly has observed this month's National Sanitation Day with cleanup exercises.
Now, the Assembly is, however, worried low turnout is defeating the purpose of the day.
Residents who joined in the exercise cleared choked gutters, swept and picked litter in areas such as Agbogloshi, Abosokai Spare Parts Lane, Abeka Market, Bubuashi Aigbe Town and Circle Tiptoe Lane. The Accra Metropolitan Public Relations Officer Nomo Blafo tasked residents not to wait till day before cleaning their surroundings.
What we are just trying to do is appeal to their consciences, because it's in your own community. And the beauty of your community tells on you, shows the image, the kind of person you are. So if you don't clean your own community, there is the side of the health issues too, where when there is any sickness, you are the first people to suffer.
He observed that one of the many challenges facing the exercise is unwillingness of some communities to get involved, and impressed on residents to desist from the practice. He urged them to keep their communities clean always.
Another Lejokuku Krowo Municipal Assembly, only a few residents turn up for the National Sanitation Day exercise.
The Assembly has warned that it will arrest any person or group of persons who fail to take part in the exercise.
Residents went about their normal duties, while only a few took part. Workers of the Assembly, however, worked tirelessly to improve sanitation, especially at the beaches. The Lejokuku Krowo Municipal Assembly vowed to continue to arrest any person or group of persons who fail to take part in the National Sanitation exercise. The Municipal Chief Executive, Seth Bedu Teria, said this is to ensure the municipality is clean.
We are from a very distant area, and we have come here simply to make sure we make this place clean. I arrested about 47 people last time when we went to Teshi. We are doing our best, and let me tell you, things will happen.
Efforts at keeping the beaches clean is not receiving the needed support.
Meanwhile, there is still apathy in spite of efforts to promote sanitation awareness.
Now, at Obologo Tetegu electoral area in the Gan South municipality, only few people turn up to clean the environment.
Residents stayed at home or went about their normal activities. The assemblywoman for the area, Beatrice Ajekum, indicated the situation is worrying.
Because they knew that there would be a cleanup exercise, they didn't want to show up. So I had to come together with the chief here so we could talk to them before they even came out to sweep. And even while they were sweeping, some of them were making negative comments. But at the end of the day, it's for our own good.
She observed the lack of appreciation of waste management is one of the causes of insanitary conditions. She urged the environmental and sanitation service providers to devise innovative measures that will inculcate in Ghanaians the culture of waste segregation and waste management. The Chief of English Jamestown, Ni Oshipi Adedantan, appealed to residents to take part in future cleanup activities.
We had a meeting with the residents in the community, but most of them failed to show up for the cleanup exercise. Next time, residents who do not take part in the exercise will be sanctioned.
Let's still remain with cleanup exercises, because members of the Accra Central Seventh-day Adventist Church cleaned the Princess Mary Louise Children's Hospital here in Accra.
While speaking to TV3 after the exercise, the treasurer at the Southern Ghana Conference, Ebenezer Odonko, asked all to embrace the day regardless of your religious background.
Members of the Accra Central District of the Seventh-day Adventist Church undertook a cleanup exercise at the Princess Mary Louise Children's Hospital. They cleared the hospital area, collected rubbish and cleared choked gutters.
A hospital environment is prone to, diseases. The sick people come around, and it is necessary that that place be kept clean. Otherwise, it could be a place for spreading of germs and diseases. And so we find this place very important to be cleaner, so that the inmates here will also feel safer.
A medical officer at the hospital, Dr. Joshua Cody, expressed appreciation to the church, saying the intervention is timely. He entreated other churches and corporate bodies to emulate the example of the church.
Well, let's go to Kumasi and check how the Sanitation Day exercise was marked there. The February edition of the National Sanitation Day program in Kumasi will go down in history as one of the least patronized in the Ashanti region. Now,
Benjamin Edua, reporter there, reports the people of Kumasi and environ refused to take part in the exercise on Saturday.
After the first 6 months of the Sanitation Day, patronage in the Ashanti region appeared to be waning. Lack of enthusiasm greeted Saturday's national sanitation exercise in Kumasi. Only few people were spotted partaking in the exercise. For the fourth consecutive time, the Kumasi Metropolitan Chief Executive Officer, Kojo Bonsu, failed to turn up for the exercise. Managing Director of State Housing Corporation and NDC parliamentary candidate for Nshiayeso, Dr. Samo Sapon, who joined resident Atapraman, Nshiayeso and Sontreso, was worried about the development.
Party has actually set in, and therefore I would like to entreat all assembly members, MMDCs, ministers of state to take a second look. I want them to get involved, because it's a very laudable project.
Assemblyman for Praman, Isaac Mafo, also called on the people to help sustain the exercise.
And here in Accra, the Chief Executive of Ladade Kotopo Municipal Assembly, Rita Adoleso, has expressed shock over reports suggesting that MMDCs are unable to enforce sanitation bylaws.
She argues assemblies have actively enforced bylaws, but attitudinal change remains a challenge.
Sanitation in the capital cities is an age-long problem. For most residents, life-threatening issues such as sanitation affect the health of hundreds of people. Last year, Ghana was rated the second dirtiest country in Africa. This has triggered some civil society groups blaming metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives for their inability to enforce sanitation bylaws.
The municipal chief executives are not working. The assemblymen are not working. The people who have been given the authority to work are not working. They should prosecute people. I go for it. I'm a reverend minister, but prosecution must work. The Bible says that those who are lawless must be handed over to the lawmakers. We are too much lawless. Otherwise, we won't be seeing all this filth around.
But Chief Executive of La Dadikotopon Municipal Assembly, Rita Odolesoa, expressed shock at the report.
I will not agree with them if they say the creation of the assemblies has brought a lot of problem in terms of sanitation. These arrests, we do them during the midnight hours when a lot of people are asleep. There were places where people used to dump their refuse, but because of the surveillance that we mounted, we were able to get them.
She cited the number of interventions made by her outfit to arrest residents who dump refuse and defecate indiscriminately. She appealed to Sanitation Court not to just fine corporate, but commit them to community work as a deterrent to others.
I believe a time has come where people who are arrested are made to do communal labor. Wherever they were arrested, they need to work there for a month or even 3 months to deter others from doing that. But when we just take them to the court, find them, we get them to serve a term, it's not helping the society at all.